Hi everybody, welcome back, or welcome if you are new. In today's video we are resetting the house. It really isn't looking bad in the house, but I am behind on dishes, what's new, and I am behind on laundry as well. So I have some stuff that is sitting here in the sink actually, and I have laundry sitting on my bed that needs to be folded and some in the washer. This is Jack, by the way. So I am going to first focus on doing dishes, because that way I can do passive cleaning and get the dishwasher going while I go off to fold laundry, and then I will get to work on cleaning the rest of the house. So dishes are bad, I know, but we're going to start off with emptying out the dishwasher, and then we'll get around to getting these all cleaned. There are also cat food cans. I get lazy, honestly, I get lazy, and this is it. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I am going to be deep cleaning the dining room and the front room, and I'm still trying to debate. It depends on how much energy I have and everything today, but I do want to carpet clean the two carpets in there, and I need to do a deep clean on the sofa as well, but I may wait to do that tomorrow, Monday, and that's because I just don't know if I'll have the energy to do all of the cleaning and do all of that today. So let's get to it. It is already 11:30, so I need to get started with cleaning before the day is gone. So let's go. Welcome back, or welcome if you are new. If you are new, my name is Charlotte. I live in the Houston area. I have a regular job outside of YouTube, and you will see my cats roaming around as you saw Jack earlier. But I have 3 cats that live inside, and they are all from the same litter. So I have Jack, Sam, and Binks, all boys. So they keep me going around, being active and everything, because they're going to be 3 in a couple weeks. So that's basically what goes on in my life. It's, you know, regular job outside of YouTube and these cats, and I have been doing other things in my previous year and the previous years and everything, but I've really taken a step back in the last couple years. I've learned Korean. I'm not very fluent, but I have a basic understanding. I took 6 levels, so it's, you know, maybe a little more than basic, but I watch a lot of Korean TV shows, and that's why I've wanted to learn Korean, was because I wanted to be able to get up and do things and not have to just sit there and watch the subtitles. So in my videos, my cleaning videos for around the first of the month, I always share with you guys my goals from the previous month, how I accomplished them, if I did or not, and what I plan to do for this month. So let's go ahead and start off with my health goals from April and just give a recap on those. So I wanted to step up on my exercise and yoga. Yeah, that didn't happen. That just didn't happen. I did go out for walks a couple times, but I really didn't sit down and do anything. Food, I wanted to limit eating out. I did okay, but not really. So there were a couple times that I did go out to eat, and I did pay hefty bills on those because it was, anyways. I wanted to make doctor's appointments because I wanted to, put me first again, and I actually was able to do that. So I will go into that all in my May goals later in the video. And then I wanted to reduce my coffee intake. I started off the month doing that, and then by the end of the month it's not going so well. So I will be back to talk about the recap of my money, mental, house, and side hustle April goals, and then we will be back again to talk about my May goals. So I will let you guys watch some more of the cleaning and listen to some music.
I'm in love with all your lights and your colors. I'm in love with all your nights. But you've kept me far away from my focus.
Okay, behind the dresser is a plug, and I wanted to plug in my air purifier. That's what it is. Air filter type thing. So I couldn't because it would cause the dresser to stick out a lot farther. So I went ahead and purchased one of these plugs, extension cords that kind of like are flush to the wall, so you can have furniture right up against it and still have stuff plugged into that outlet. So I will leave a link down in the description box. I know my video just didn't want to focus. It also doesn't focus when we get around into the bathroom because I do have something else to share with you guys once we get into there. But I'm going to go ahead and talk about or do a recap of my money and mental goals before we get into there. So my money goal for April was to limit spending in April. Yeah, not with the bedroom refresh that I did. So that not so well. And then aim to pay $900 towards debt. Yeah, that's not going to happen either. So it is what it is. I purchased some other things like an iPad, and that was quite expensive. And so yeah, not going very well. Mental, I wanted to read or listen to 3 books, and I've kind of done 2.5. But real quick, I'm going to interrupt, but I purchased these little jar tops for my mason jars basically, and they clip in, and it's like a shaker top or something like that. So I'm putting it on my DIY toilet bowl cleaner, and I have a recipe. I'll leave the recipe down in the description box below. But it allows me to kind of like shake the jar and everything. And I have to keep it in a glass jar because of the fragrance oils that I have in there. So, but going back to the book stuff, I say 2.5 because Audible decided to be a little crazy this month, and I'm not quite sure why. So I started off the month with just a couple more chapters or hours left to read on Midnight Never Come by Marie Brennan. So I did finish that. And then I started Master of Sorrows by Justin Travis Call. But for some reason, Audible is not letting me finish the book. So I then listened to The Smuggler of Camden Cove by Casey Stockton. And I finished that one. I think I'm actually listening to that book while I'm cleaning in this video. And when I finished that book, I started The Hidden Place by Helen Wecker. And I will leave all of that information down below if you are interested, but I am listening to them. And on top of all of that, I have been doing some research for these habit tracker books or habit setter book type stuff. So I was reading all the initial information on all of those books. So I plan to do a video on those in the next couple weeks. Actually, I plan to film that either today or tomorrow, and then have that video posted sometime later in the month. But we're going to go ahead and take a little break from my voice again, and I'll be back to talk about my house and side hustle recap of April goals.
To the sky, I found my way. I was in the dark against it all, but made it through the day. 'Cause I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay. 'Cause I found my way. 'Cause I found my way. 'Cause I found my way, my way, my way, my way, my way. 'Cause I found my way, my way, my way, my way. was in the dark against it all, but made it through the day. Cause I found my way, I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay. Cause I found my way. Cause I found my way. Cause I found my way, my way, my way, find my way, my way. Cause I found my way, my way, my way, find my way, my way. I found my way, I found my way. I was in the dark against it all, but made it through the day. Cause I found my way, I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay.
Okay, April recap on my house goals. I wanted to do my bedroom refresh, which I was able to do and complete. And I do have a whole video series on that. It's a 2-part series on the bedroom refresh. So if you are interested in that, I've left a card up above. And I also wanted to go ahead and set up a PM routine. That is a work in progress, and I will go more in depth on that in the video that I will be posting later this month. That's talking about the habit books. So make sure that you are subscribed and hit the notification bell so that way you are notified when I do post that video. Now talking about my side hustle recap, I wanted to set aside 3 hours per week to work on my summer publishing project, and I am working on it, but I haven't done 3 hours a week on it. And I don't know what I will do for May. I actually want to have that published, but I will talk about that a little bit more in my May goals. And then for YouTube, I wanted to do my budget check-ins, which I have done. The only one that is missing is the month end, and that will be this coming Friday's video where it's talking about how I did total in April. And then I also wanted to get 25 new subscribers. So I started off the month with 820 subscribers, and as of today, I'm doing the voiceover on April 29th, and I have 827. So I was able to get 27, which is 2 more than what I wanted. So thank you for everybody who has subscribed and is joining me on these videos. I truly thank all of you for joining me, and I hope that I bring you some inspiration either on cleaning or DIYs or budgeting or anything or all of it. So again, just subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will be back to talk about my May goals here in a little bit.
Unfolding the way that I want. That you showed up was written in the palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You cut me loose. You make me win in every way. Win in every way. You show me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You show me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. Yes, I'm the winner, yeah. 'Cause I'm the winner, yes. 'Cause I'm the winner, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, yes, I'm the winner, yeah. I dance like no one's gonna see, and I love like nobody can hurt me. You might think I'm a little strange, but I'm not gonna change. Oh no, sometimes I'm talking way too much, and sometimes I don't know how to turn up. You might think I'm a little strange,
my May goals. Okay, let's start off with health. Exercise. I bought a new treadmill, so that's one thing that has happened. I have yet to take it out of the box and actually like set it up and everything. So the old treadmill, I'm not quite sure what was wrong with it. I tightened the belt, I loosened the belt. I loosened it all the way to where it was loose. Readjusted the belt, tightened it back up, did all of that, and it's still doing the skipping thing. So I think it has something to do with the motor and not necessarily the belt. So, and I oiled the belt and everything. So I just decided that treadmill had a max weight of 250 pounds. I'm right at 250. So I was like, okay, let me go ahead and just get another treadmill, and that's for a little bit heavier person, and try to work with that as well. So I've going back to the habit books that I mentioned earlier. Some of those are ones that also include a yoga book that gives you yoga poses to do each day, and then a body weight one. So I plan to start working on those starting on May 1st, so on Monday, when it's hopefully by the time you see this, it's been a week since I've started, but I plan to start those on Monday, May 1st. And also starting to do a little bit more walking and everything. I still have to be careful with my ankle, so I don't want to push myself to do 30 minutes of walking right off the bat. I just need to get out and do a little bit and try to work on losing some weight. Food, I want to watch what I eat, and by that it's try not to eat as much of the processed food that I so much enjoy, like my ramen, but try to eat a little bit healthier and try to actually like work on a budget-friendly meal plan for me, and also work on portion control as well. I'm fairly good with portion control, but sometimes not so much. Going on to the doctor's appointments. So I mentioned that I've made all the appointments. I have gone to a couple of them in April. So I did go to my primary care doctor in April and have her look at my ankle. And we have arranged to have an x-ray first of the ankle to try to see if we can rule out some other things. And then if we can't, then we'll get an MRI scheduled. I also scheduled my mammogram. I am 42, will be 43 later this year. So I have not had one done, so I need to have one done. And I have also set up a consultation appointment with my dermatologist to look at what I believe is a pilar cyst. She looked at it once before, and that's what she said it is as well. So I'd like to look at it and schedule that to be removed. And there's also some skin tags on my neck and a spot on my neck that I'd like her to look as well. I also scheduled an annual skin exam with the dermatologist, but that will not be until later in the year when they first had an available time for it. And then I also had a dentist appointment in April, and I mentioned I have like hot cold sensitivity and all of this type of stuff. So I went ahead and I had to go back twice. So they did the regular cleaning, took an x-ray, and then they kind of painted it to kind of like numb it a little bit, that area. And then came back a week later with my night guard, and then they like really assessed the crown that is back there, and there is basically I have to be re-crowned. Yay! So I have to schedule that. The unfortunate thing is that my insurance will not cover it because the crown was put in about 4 years ago, and my insurance is a good insurance, but it's only every 5 years that they'll actually look at it and will pay half of it. So my dentist, I've been going to him for pretty much since I've had my first teeth. So he is actually giving me a discount on it, and because he doesn't want me to put it off for a year. So he is helping me out on that front. So I'm very thankful to him. But yeah, so I have that scheduled for the end of May to be recrowned. Yay. I'm looking so forward to that. Can't you tell? And then I am, let's see, I'm trying to figure out where I'm at. I'm trying to think if there are any other doctor's appointments that are out there. I think that's everything that I've scheduled, but based on the x-ray and the skin exam, not the skin exam, but going to the dermatologist, I may schedule the cyst removal and all of that stuff also in May, so that will be to be determined. But right now, I've at least set up the consultation appointment. I'd also like to limit my Dr. Pepper intake and limit that to only when I eat out, and that means that I need to not eat out. So, but yeah, that's what my health goals are at. But I'm going to talk about what's going on in the video, and right now I am working on deep cleaning my front room and dining room. I've gotten a little behind because of my bedroom refresh and bathroom refresh on doing my deep cleaning, zone cleaning stuff. So I knew that a couple months ago I had mentioned about when I sat on the couch, I saw a whole bunch of dust and cat hair and all of that stuff. It was time to do a deep clean of this couch and also carpet clean the carpets. And those of you that have watched my previous videos, you know that I am slowly taking the carpet out of the house. And you're thinking, why am I cleaning the carpet in these 2 rooms? Well, the house smells musty, for one thing. And I've noticed that when I'm in my bedroom, I don't smell it. But as soon as I get to where there's carpet in the hallway, I can smell the musty smell. So I knew it was time to clean the carpet. And even though I am pulling out the carpet, I do not plan to pull out the carpet in these front rooms and all of that until several months later. So I mean, probably it won't be until the end of the year or something like that. So it was time to carpet clean the carpets, and I'm going to continue doing that through my zones as I get to the back of the house. I'm not going to do the bathroom because I do plan to start pulling that up in June, or although I may just go ahead and do it and just be done with it. So that's the thought process that happens. It's time to do all this cleaning. So I've taken the drapes down. I needed to clean the drapes. I'm also taking off all the chair covers and seat cushions and all of that, and we'll be throwing them in the wash. And with the sofa covers, the one that's on the sofa I can't take off, but I took off the cushion covers and I basically just washed those in my washer in cold water, and then I hung them up to dry. I didn't even throw them in the dryer. And the dining room chair covers, I am taking them off. I threw them in the washer, and I also did the same thing. I hung them all up to dry, including the padded seat cushions. I just threw those in the washer, and I actually wrapped the Velcro around my shower bar. That's the curtain bar in the bath shower thing, and I have those air drying as well. The curtains I did throw in the dryer for about 20 minutes on like low heat or ultra low heat, and just let them dry a little bit, and then I just hung them up to dry the rest of the way. So now we're doing the carpet cleaner, and I'm just using the Pet Pro solution, and I'm using my very old Bissell. And you'll see here a little bit later when I start trying to do the carpet cleaning that I like lift up the thing, and I've had this carpet cleaner for a long time, and it just seems to be kind of leaking out the back, and I'm at the point where I'm trying to justify. I'm going to get rid of all the carpet, so do I need a big heavy duty carpet cleaner? Or can I get one that's, not as heavy, that will be able to do area rugs and the few pieces of furniture that I need to do this type of cleaning to? And, or do I just want to go ahead and get a big unit again and just have it there for all of this? So I'm trying to justify this. I'm also saying, should I just go ahead and buy the new clean water tank that I think is the leaking problem, or do I want to just not do that and buy a new unit? I'm trying to justify what's going on. It worked for this little bit, but there are definitely times where it just kind of quit spitting out water when I could see that there was a lot of water in the clean water tank. So it's like I've had this unit for a very long time, and I'm trying to think, probably about 5 to 10 years. I mean, that's not very long, but it's not doing as well as it should be doing. And so anyways, I'm going to let you guys watch some more of this cleaning, and I will be back to talk about my money, mental, house, and side hustle goals for May here in a little bit.
Turn off the light, I'm coming home. I found was nowhere near as nice. No matter the rain, no matter the storm, I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Leave open the gate, don't turn off the light, I'm coming home. Though I fought with my claws and teeth, though I elbowed my way to a seat, there be no kind of peace like you beside me. No matter the rain, no matter the storm, I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Open the gate, don't turn off the light, I'm coming home.
Okay, let's talk about my money goals for May. It's going to be tough for me because with the recrowning, that is $800. Then I have taken Sam to the vet because he's been having like a crusty, scabby stuff happening on his ears for the last couple months, and I've changed out all the air fresheners and everything, and he's still having the reaction. So I went ahead and took him to the vet. He's also over grooming, and I mentioned a cough, and I was afraid that it could be something more than just a hairball because all three of the cats have it. So we are doing, Sam got x-rays. The x-rays, they were not able to read them, so they had to send them off to a specialist to read the x-rays. They can't tell if it's possibly heartworms or asthma because it shows up the same way. So that was $600. Luckily, I have that in my vet sinking fund, but the vet wants us to go back in 2 weeks. And if it is ruled as asthma or even heartworms, the heartworms, then that's financially, it's going to take a little bit to get them all healed, but I have to have all three of them brought in, or the other two brought in as well, even if it is asthma, because they all three have the same cough. So it's going to be very costly on all of these cats coming up. I will still try to pay $900 to debt, but it all depends on how much money I'm going to have to like spew out for medical stuff. Mental, I plan to read or listen to 3 books. Again, I want to meditate and breathe, and I'm going to try to focus on doing that when I'm doing my yoga, and just kind of like focus on breathing when I'm doing all of that as well. My house goals, I want to repaint my bathroom counter or cabinet, and you probably saw the sample that I had on the cabinet. So that is the color that I'm going to go for and everything. So I plan to repaint that in May. I also would like to work on my garage and hang up some shelves, do a little bit of clean out in there. Not massive, but a little bit. And I also want to focus on my AM and PM routines as well. And with that, it kind of ties in with those habit books that I mentioned earlier. And as far as my side hustles, on that publishing project that I'm working on, I'd like to finish it and get it published by the end of May. And it would be published on Amazon. And then for YouTube, I just want to continue as I am with my 3 videos a week, with Sunday being my cleaning video, Wednesday being my miscellaneous video that just is, random things, the monthly budgets, check-ins, that type of stuff. And then Friday would be the budget check-ins as well. I would also, again, like to gain 25 new subscribers. So if you want to share my channel, please do. And thumbs up, do all of that, so that way the algorithms work and all of that type of stuff. So those are my May goals and everything that's going on. So I am going to kind of like close out the video here. There is a little bit more of me talking about some nasty stuff that I found in my guest bathroom at the very end of the video, but I hope that everybody enjoyed this video, and I will be back next week with another cleaning video. Don't forget to hit subscribe and the notification bell, hit the like button, and let's end this week with the black cat emoji, because as you can see, my 3 boys needed to be treated here.
Cuando se acabe el alcohol, siempre, siempre te
I have been kind of like figuring out, not that I'm gonna buy anything yet, but figuring out prices, what all I want to actually like replace in my hall bathroom, because that will be the next like major home project that I do. And some of the things that I want to replace around the house are like the plastic vent covers, light switch covers, all of this type of stuff. In this bathroom, and we have that fan cover. It is probably need to have a whole fan unit replaced, but the fan works and I don't feel like I should replace it, but that color is not pretty. So I just pulled it down, and I don't know the way that it is attached up there. There's a screw that kind of hangs down from the motor, and the little tab kind of screws into it. And all the other covers that I've been seeing are like the clip units that are easy to, you know, really easy to pull on and pull off. So I think what I'm going to do with that eventually is just kind of spray paint it white and put it back up there. And maybe eventually, long way down the road, I may look at having the exhaust fan replaced. But right now it's still working. It's still doing what it needs to do. The motor does kind of need to be cleaned because it's a little dusty. But another thing that I wanted to replace is the little 6" by 6" vent cover that is right above me. And it's because it's also, I've pulled it down, and I'm sharing this with you guys in a cleaning video because it's disgusting. But it is kind of yellow as well. And I'm going to show you what it looks like. And honestly, I kind of want to just replace it now, but I'm not going to do that. I am going to try to clean it and just use it for the next couple months. And then when I do the bathroom refresh, I will replace it completely. If I can find them this size, hopefully I can. So, but this is kind of, look at all of that mildew and nastiness. Oh, it is absolutely disgusting. So, after seeing that, I'm like, I am not putting that back up there. I'm gonna go and, I need to clean out my sink, but I'm gonna go ahead and clean out my sink and then have this kind of soak in some, like spray it with some Tilex and let it kind of do its stuff to kill the mildew, and then I will clean it and then put it back up there by the end of the day, hopefully. But so, yikes, that's disgusting. And that's pretty much what all the vents have looked like in the past. I don't know the last time I pulled this one down and cleaned it, but it's been obviously a while. So,